You might get the idea from all the economic news that everything has come to a grinding halt. Well, not quite. Ruth Ezell has been following a project in the city for some time, and while it might be affected by what's going on with the economy, it continues to move ahead. But keep in mind that this is a neighborhood that has seen tougher times than this.
I was born here, in this house. As people moved out over the years, we acquired the houses next to us pretty cheaply, and couldn't be happier now. Well, that was the school.
John Bratkowski has spent most of his life here in the Old North St. Louis Historic District. He has fond memories growing up in the neighborhood that was the setting of a nurturing, carefree childhood.
I would come home and after school was changing my clothes and going next door to see who was available to play, to wander the neighborhood.
Bratkowski also remembers when traffic was flowing and business was booming along 14th Street, before the ill-fated decision in 1977 to convert a section of 14th into a pedestrian mall.
I remember before the street was blocked off, when it was a great, terrific shopping area, and I do remember when they paved over 14th Street. And I think that they did it, it was one of those urban renewal projects. I think the idea was to compete with suburban malls. And you can understand how they would think maybe that would work. It was an experiment that didn't turn out very well.
Over time, a number of factors contributed to the neighborhood's decline. But a revitalization effort could turn things around in Old North St. Louis. 14th Street is being reopened, and buildings are being rehabbed into retail spaces, combination live and work spaces, loft apartments, and townhomes in and around the mall.
So this is where we'll be moving our office. The Old North St. Louis Restoration Group will move from down at St. Louis Avenue, 1 block south here to 14th Street and Montgomery.
That's Sean Thomas, Executive Director of the Old North St. Louis Restoration Group. It's an organization of area residents and business owners.
The revitalization of the 14th Street Mall is going to be renamed and rebranded Crown Square. That is just a piece of the comprehensive revitalization that's happening throughout the neighborhood. We have other vacant buildings that individuals and families have bought and are transforming on their own with their own blood, sweat, and tears and life savings, and then other properties that are ready to move into. So we really have opportunities across the spectrum of brand new to historic, some historic that need rehabbing, and some historic that are all ready to move in.
The $35 million development is financed through a combination of bank loans, tax credits, block grants, and other sources. And because it was put in place before the financial crisis hit, construction continues without interruption. Crown Square's financing package was organized and its construction overseen by the Regional Housing and Community Development Alliance, or RHCDA.
We're pretty happy with how it's going so far. We have 4 letters of intent for commercial space. The development is 80 residential units and about 34,000 square feet of commercial space. So it is more predominantly residential. But we're happy that we have 4 of those spaces now pretty much tied down. But we do have a challenge now with the changed environment where we're working hard to get those spaces filled. So we're just like everyone else. We're having to work hard at it, but we're feeling pretty good about it.
Crown Square takes its name from the landmark confectionery that's been in the neighborhood since 1913, Crown Candy. Mike Karanzif is part of the 3rd generation of this family business. He witnessed the area's heyday, its decline, and is encouraged by the work being done to revive Old North St. Louis.
All the housing is all fixed up. The business storefronts look marvelous. A lot of people that are interested in moving down here and opening up a business, so they'll drive around the neighborhood, and then they'll come in and ask, how's your business?
A few blocks south sits Mark's Hardware and Paint Company, another family business that's been around even longer than Crown Candy.
I'm number 5.
Stephen Marks also hopes Crown Square succeeds, but he has reservations about including apartment rentals in the mix. Some of the rentals are offered at market rates, while others are priced for lower income individuals and families.
There's a certain pride that goes with ownership and a certain care that goes with that, where it's your nickel and you're going to be darn sure it's taken care of to the best of your ability.
The way we work very closely with the neighborhood organization to undertake development, and we're really not taking on one project. We're taking on a series of projects to help that neighborhood come back. We started with single-family for sale homes, and because we wanted to start to bring more of that mix in there. The neighborhood also feels it's very important to maintain a diversity of different housing types, different economic levels. They want to maintain that diversity.
Projects like this don't happen within a week or a month or even years. It takes decades to pull people's visions and ideas together.
In October of 2008, John Bratkowski joined Stephen Acree of RHCDA, St. Louis Mayor Francis Slay, fellow residents, and others with a stake in Crown Square for a street-breaking ceremony, the first step in the reopening of 14th Street. Also there was longtime homeowner and Restoration Group board member Johnny Owens. She summed up the feelings of many neighbors relieved that their voices are being heard in rebuilding and stabilizing the place where their lives are deeply rooted.
And I'm going to really tell you, it was kind of frightening, as a neighborhood resident and board member, but we signed up, got on board, and boarded their plane, RHCDA's plane, and fastened our seatbelt, and we have been on a ride ever since.